Godspeed, John Glenn.
John Glenn, 52 years ago today, the first American to orbit the Earth. The space race was on, but tonight Chip Reid tells us there's a new race to save the right stuff from the ravages of time.
One giant leap for mankind.
In the early days of the U.S. space program, the spacesuits were life-saving technological marvels. But today, those old suits are so brittle, they're in danger of falling apart.
They were designed for that harsh environment, but they were not designed to last a very long time.
Kathy Lewis is curator of spacesuits at the Smithsonian Air and Space Museum's new $79 million facility in Virginia. This suit, worn by astronaut Owen Garriott on the Skylab space station in 1973, was designed to last only 6 months.
This is a very delicate piece of
It's become
equipment.
very delicate over time. We're trying to preserve this for 50 years, 100 years.
What exactly are you doing to preserve this spacesuit?
If we keep the suits at a stable, low, but not freezing temperature, about 60 degrees Fahrenheit, and a low humidity, we can slow some of that deterioration.
The mission is to slow the pace of inevitable decay of tens of thousands of U.S. aviation artifacts, a collection too big to house at the museum on the National Mall. Those national treasures, from early flight attendant uniforms to vintage aircraft engines, are being moved from temporary storage facilities in Maryland, built after World War II, to their pristine new climate-controlled home.
As with all historic technological objects, you can't just sort of park them. They require constant looking after.
Chief Conservator Malcolm Collum is looking after everything from the Space Shuttle Discovery to navigation watches that belonged to Charles Lindbergh.
On the inside of the case, you can see some oxidation happening and some green spotting.
He'll carefully remove the ravages of time before the watch is placed on display at the museum in Washington.
I'm awed by the objects that I work on every single day, and I take it as a serious responsibility. I mean, I have our nation's heritage in my hands.
Hands that are meticulously preserving America's aviation history for future generations to enjoy. Chip Reid, CBS News, Chantilly, Virginia.